more people could be blessed from the conversation we're having this morning. If you do miss it, you can also go back onto those pages at a later date, and you can always view it. It's going to be remaining there. Those of you who don't have a choice, you have to listen in via the frequency or online right now. It is all good. It's still all good. We would like to say a special thank you to our partner, the First National Bank. They have understood the vision, and they've gone past, when you say put your money where your mouth is, they definitely has gone the extra mile, and they've decided to support this program, and hence the reason we are able every Tuesday to sit here at 10:30 and have the awesome privilege of following the journey of another amazing woman who's continuing to contribute in the society, the fabric of the society, from all walks of life. And this morning we have quite an interesting one, like I mentioned, in that of Barbara Emmanuel. We are going to be coming back and have that conversation in a minute, but first, let's take a word from our partner.
At First National Bank, we believe being first means putting you first. Your first home? We've got the mortgage. Starting your first business? Count on our commercial loans. Dreaming of your first car? Drive it home today. Heading to college? Let's fund that first big step with a student loan. No matter the milestone, make First National Bank your first choice for all your loan needs. First in service, first in trust, first for you. Call us at 455-7000 or visit your nearest First National Bank branch today so we can help put you first. First National Bank, here for you.
There you go. We are absolutely back and honored to be here this morning. Our amazing guest is Barbara. Barbara Emmanuel is a certified coach and executive consultant, a certified ECCP professional. She's also a licensed practitioner in numerous leadership programs, assessment tools, and personality profiling. Extensive. And no, you is the kind of woman I want to be next to, you know. So when I saw this come through my plan, I said, hello. Yes, please. Good morning and welcome. Welcome, Barbs.
Good morning, Mareen.
Oh, it's an honor.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's an honor. It's
really
such an honor.
Pleasure.
It's an honor to have you.
Thank
Now,
you.
normally here, I mean, people would have connected with you. Most people would have connected with you through that professional route.
Right.
But we want to go back down a little bit. I like to get into the meat of the thing. I want to know. I want to picture, this wonderful woman here as a child, growing up, whether she was running around, giving trouble, whether she was quiet and reserved. Yeah. I want to know what childhood was like. Where were you born? Growing up was like. What was some of the principles that you believe helped to shape you, and is contributing to the individual that you are today?
Okay. Well, I call myself a Caribbean woman, Maureen.
That's right. Originalist like me?
Because I was born in Guyana.
Oh, nice.
And at the age of 12, I moved to London and was educated. But whilst I was in Guyana, let me tell you, I was everywhere. I was everywhere. People, you could find me climbing trees.
Oh.
Right? Mm-hmm. And you look at me and say, was this woman climbing trees? Yes, she was, as a child. Playing cricket and all that kind of thing. And then I went to live with my grandparents in the UK. And I think the principles of the family were togetherness, openness. I always say to the children, after we all sat down to meals, and at the end of the meal, there was always a discussion. There was nothing, we didn't, you didn't have to contribute, but we all contributed to whatever was the topic that somebody threw on the table. Wow. Sometimes it was, voices were very energetic, and other times it was more, it was a quieter exchange, but still it was there, and I think family and the principle of honesty, integrity were the bedrock of the family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I can picture it. Yeah. And I used to climb tree too, so don't worry about it. I used to, any tree, pop, I scraping it up. You best believe it. So, we've grown. Let's take a word from the partner, and then we're going to come back because your career spans far and wide, and what it is that you do, the gifting that you have and the experience that you have, the training that you have, and what it lends to the fabric of society is really, really, really remarkable and impressive. So I want to spend some time there because, I mean, your track record is there. A lot of people, we've got a lot of people, you hear that kind of thing, coach here, and this. You're hearing a lot of that these days, but, you seem to have been yours on a different level, and I want to spend some time there. Yeah, let's take a word from the First National Bank. We'll be back.
Tired of sky-high bills and a planet on the brink? It's time to go green without burning your pockets. At First National Bank, we are here to make saving the planet affordable. Whether you're installing solar panels, purchasing a water tank, upgrading to an inverter AC, or buying a hybrid vehicle, we've got the green to help you go green. Fast approval, low interest rates, and Mother Nature approved. Your future self will thank you. Visit firstnationalbankonline.com or call 455-7000 for more information to help you turn your green dreams into clean realities. First National Bank, here for you.
And we are back. For those of you who are just joining us, welcome. This is She Speaks for today, Tuesday. Our guest today is Ms. Barbara Emmanuel, who is a certified coach and executive consultant, a certified ECCP professional, a licensed practitioner in numerous leadership programs, assessment tools, and personality profiling. Now, we go in there.
Okay.
Career-wise, has it always started along that trajectory? What was the first career path that you have undertaken?
Well, first of all, I was trained in the hospitality industry.
Okay.
So therefore, that was my opening, right? And my first job was actually in St. Vincent, in Beckway, at a hotel there as an assistant manager.
Nice.
From there, I moved to Grenada, where I met my husband. And
you married our spice man. He's a Grenadian. What that man to out of order. He done pick you up. He's smart. Yeah, he's a smart man. Is he here with you now?
Unfortunately, no, my husband passed about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. But yeah, so anyway, and then from there, we moved to Canada and I joined Four Seasons. And it was there that I really got my foundation. It was a fantastic company. You understood how to grow, develop. They spent time with you. But that was short-lived. And then, fast forward, lots of things. I came to St. Lucia.
Right.
And so in St. Lucia, I joined a family-owned business, still in hospitality. And from management within that company, I moved into human resources. And it was in human resources when it wasn't, you see, I'm not just about recruiting people. I'm about developing people.
That's right.
Right? And so you can't join the organization and just stay where you are.
Nice.
So you looked at the potential in people, right? And so I'm proud to say that my focus, I don't know, say, Mareen, that it was intentional, but perhaps somewhere in the back it was there that I focused on women in the organization and made sure that women in the organization had the tools, the skills they needed to succeed in the organization. And that was very rewarding for me and very rewarding for them. So, at one time, I don't think it exists now, though, that one resort just had their leadership team only had one male of the four leaders. Only one person was male. The rest were female. Proud to say that.
I know.
Proud
the
to say
fellas
that.
ain't go too happy.
Yes,
but
yes. No, it's fine.
It's fine. I like that. It's fine. We owning it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Now, for persons who may not really understand, so let's just dissect a little bit the crux of what it is that you really do.
Okay.
Within your
Okay.
programs.
So in my programs, my focus is and started to be on leadership because I felt that was where it all began. We have managers,
yes,
but we don't have leaders per se. We don't have people who actually focus on people.
yes,
Right? And so I thought, well, this is an excellent opportunity to start there. And so teaching and training and, tools that would help them grow interpersonal skills, communication skills, listening skills. But then still, that was fine, right? But that wasn't enough. And then I thought, well, you see, it all starts with the top. Because if the top don't adopt the behaviors and don't understand what they need to do, then it cannot filter into the organization, all right? And so therefore, I went to the top and introduced executive leadership and team coaching that would help this executive team succeed in their jobs as leaders of an organization.
One of the tools that you're using is personal profiling. Now, this
Right.
is so important. I want us to spend some time there because I think a lot of the time people are not understanding how important this is in anything in life,
Right.
and especially within organization, and how important it is for persons to understand who they are,
Right.
you must have all of these things to understand the movement,
Right.
the positive
Right.
or negative movement
Right.
forward.
Right.
Let's spend some time there. Personal profiling.
Okay. All right. So, in fact, Maureen, you remind me that's where I start.
Right.
So any program I have with any company, any team, the first thing they do is have a personality profiling report, and because it's the beginning of understanding not just ourselves but how we show up.
Yes.
And how we interact with others, and how we can better connect with the other person with whom we speak.
Nice.
All right. So the profiling assessment I use is called Insights Discovery, and it's based on the philosophy of Carl Gustav Jung, who was a Swiss psychologist back in the early 1900s, right? So and with that, now I don't want to say we don't group anybody because we actually have all four energies. There are four energies, and we have all four energies within us.
Okay.
The thing for us is that there's always one or two of those energies that are primary energies. So we have one primary energy, one secondary energy. All right. So, for instance. There's a earth green energy. I am earth green energy. It's an introverted energy, all right? And so if we don't understand how that introverted energy shows up, and we go into a room and we're having a meeting, and then we say, well, what do you have to say about that? But hang on a minute. I need you to give me some background.
Yes.
Before I can actually speak on the subject.
Okay.
Right. So earth green is a warm, caring, harmonious energy, and so as a result, sometimes as a manager or a leader, we try to avoid conflict and avoid the disciplines because we don't want to hurt the people because we're very people centric. Right. And that is true until we know otherwise. So with awareness, we can then adopt other styles of behavior that would be more in keeping with what is required at the time.
Right.
Sunshine yellow is a extroverted energy, and one where they like to be involved. And so sometimes if another manager or another person of a team says, why is this person always wanting to know? Because that is their personality. Right. Now, they can adopt and change that. But sometimes you say they're always poking their nose into other people's business.
Right.
But it isn't that. It is that they derived energy from this.
Wow.
And then there's the fiery red energy. Now, you can see that almost a mile away. And those are the people used to feel that leadership grew up out of the characteristics of fiery red because it's goal-oriented, task-determined, that kind of energy, right? But and sometimes if you are the opposite energy, so fiery red, earth green, opposite energies, right? You can see this person as intimidating as an earth green until you know differently, until you realize they're not attacking you. They're about getting the job done and getting results, right? So when we understand that, and then we can twin with that person, perhaps they can, you see, they can help us, we can help them, right? And the final energy is the cool blue energy, right? Which is the more reserved, very formal energy, right? Asks lots of questions. And sometimes, you know, people, you go into meeting and just, well, why is that happening? Why is that happening?
Yeah.
Because there's a curious energy.
Very calm as well.
Very
It's
calm
important
as
to
well. Very calm. Yes.
I know.
Yes.
Oh, my.
So we get you take an evaluator, and that then allows us to get the profile, which is broken down and very thorough. In fact, people say to me, "But did you get inside my head?" You know, and it's so unbelievable that just by simply responding to a couple phrases, you get something that actually, that's me. Yeah. I don't know of anyone that said that's not me. They may disagree with a certain sentence or something that's said, and that's understandable. But by and large, and it really helps them interact with others. Yeah.
I think this is a life skill here. I mean, do you believe, well, I am now thinking that all managers, all persons who have to interact with people on this sort of levels should really get this.
Oh, definitely.
So they should have that skill. They should seek to have that skill to know, you know, to be able to identify the people that they're tasked with working along with. I'm seeing this is revolutionary. This should become mandatory.
It should
become
indeed.
mandatory,
It should indeed.
because
It should
so
indeed.
much is taken away when you have spaces where progression should be happening. There should be productivity, but you have people bumping heads unnecessarily.
Right.
You know, so if we could have trained, like you said, go to the top, train the top, so they can identify and understand. So when they interact, they know what they're working with, so they know exactly how to manage and maneuver through their group.
Precisely, Maureen.
Well,
precisely.
listen, you must have. I mean, does company, have you been working with persons? Have they been seeking understanding that this thing exists, and you can assist them to get this?
Well, yeah. I mean, I certainly can. I've worked with persons and companies here and overseas as well.
Nice.
And they can get the profile. I coach them through it, so I debrief them on the profile, and it has extensive area where we look at your self-development. Okay. Where are the areas that you need to grow in order to, you know, be more rounded, more understanding.
Wow.
But I know from using it and using it in companies that the one thing they say is, also apart from, gosh, this is me, and I didn't. Although I recognized it, I can recognize, but I didn't really realize sometimes how I showed up. So that aspect. So you know, it really helps in the rounding of everyone. Yeah.
What do you believe that you were directed into the part where this personality traits now? We're trying to get there in terms of, you know, because there has to be a care and a concern, and an innate care and concern to want to see or achieve. When you go into a space, what's your thought pattern? What do you want to achieve? What comes to mind? What impact you would like to leave or have?
Yeah, I mean I see my role as sort of like a discovery agent. I wouldn't say a change, because, you know, you hear change agent, but I'm curious. Sometimes I'm curious to understand before. I mean, that was what prompted me here.
Right.
Curious at why some people behave some way and others behaved others. Right. Why I myself repelled against certain personalities. If I saw you coming, I'm going in the opposite direction.
Right.
Why was I doing that?
Right.
All right, and that was my kind of curiosity to see whether there was something
more. And you did find
and
something
I did find
more.
something more.
And then you have just, the curiosity just kept going.
It
from
just
then
kept
on.
going. It just kept going. You know, when first of all, when I went back to university to do my diploma in human resource management, we were about a cohort of about 18 HR professionals, and one of the first things that was introduced, we had a little team building, and they brought DISC in, not the DISC, MBTI. And I thought, this is fantastic, all right? And it was, and I thought this, because it had such an immediate effect on me. But the program, I suppose why I prefer Insights as a personality assessment is that it's not generic.
Right.
It is personal to the individual.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
So I went from the generic type profiling to the personal type profiling, right? And so now this is, if I'm doing anything with anyone, this is the first step. This is mandatory because that person needs to understand what's happening with them, how they're showing up, where their opportunities, because I hate to say weaknesses, where are their opportunities for growth.
Right.
All right?
Right.
And sometimes that may have a negative impact on how they're doing things, how they're progressing, right? It may be holding them back, all right? Or they may be far too forceful, and therefore that too is causing people to rebound, right? Right.
So
it's creating that balance.
Let me ask though, since you have started on that journey, the curiosity, and you've been discovering and experiencing, and in that how has that helped you? How has that changed you in terms of how you deal with people?
Oh gosh,
I want to
Mareen.
know.
Oh gosh, Mareen. Let me tell you, I came from being a timid person who I wanted to be in the corner. I wanted to hide in the corner. Really? I really didn't want to be out in front, all right? To someone who has developed the confidence in self, the ability to understand others, and the ability to engage with anyone. From those little beginnings, I didn't want anything to interfere with me, and I think that it was that realization that actually spearheaded me into growing to where I am today.
Right, because so you were timid. So what was the personality traits that was going on with you there, and what was stopping you from where did you discover? What did you discover? What did you have to tweak? Understanding what personality you were. You said you're an earth green.
I'm earth green. I'm an
introvert.
introverted.
Right.
I'm introverted feeling person. All right, and so people would upset me. I could get upset easily.
Very easily.
All right, because if I didn't understand where you're coming from.
Right. So what did you have to do now to break that barrier into becoming a more accepted person to people?
Well, same thing. Insights personality profile was my start.
Right.
Was my start on that journey. And then recognizing that I was not the only one. That others are also have, even the most outgoing person can have inhibitions. And probably be recognizing what they are and how we can overcome them. Or how we can live with them, it all depends. It all depends.
Oh, I love this.
It all depends.
Listen, I want to go. Listen, I need you for a whole day, man. I need to set something. We don't perfect. We need to sit in the bush somewhere and sit down and just let the breeze blow, in the earth green and just let her. Listen, I need your energy, man. Anything we left out that you've got 2 major programs that you have running right now. I think they're award-winning leadership systems that you've put together.
Well, they are. I mean, one is the Liberating Leadership is now being programmed or relaunched as the Liberator. It's just a leadership program. You see, we put people in positions and we don't give them the skills or tools to do the job.
Nice.
And so how do I go along? What is necessary for me to be a leader? So in that program, we look at 4 pillars. All right. So does the leader, do you have creating your vision for the team, enabling you to grow, monitoring your development, and then allowing you to move and to go out? Because sometimes people get so far and then we say, no, I can do it better as your leader and manager. I can do it. And we don't enable people to actually develop to their fullest potential.
Yes.
So that's one program, and the other one is more of an executive program, the leadership systems, leadership circle.
Right.
This takes you from what we call the reactionary. So we live in the reactionary. This is our natural state, you might say, as human beings, which is either we comply, we protect, or we control. All right? And so when we comply, it's all about pleasing, getting a sense of belonging, etc. When we are protecting our intellect.
Right.
All right? So we're not sharing. We're not sharing. And when we're what did I say the other one was? Comply. Controlling. Right. So sorry. Right. So when we're controlling now, we are pedal to the metal.
Right.
Pedal to the metal. And we don't and I always say there's a lot of debris that you leave behind.
Yes.
All right. So we grow, we want to grow up that learning, grow up those skills to be creative. The term is creative, where we understand that we need to build a relationship, right? The team, we foster teamwork. We also need, on the other hand, to realize we need to achieve the results, right? And so it is the task and relationship. Nice. Still with going back to liberating leadership, in there it's the balance between high challenge and high support. And how do you as a leader balance those things?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, there's a lot happening here now,
isn't it?
You're also accredited trainer with an international action-centered
action-centered leadership, right? Action-centered. John Adair brought that out. I think that was the first ever program I got certified in.
Wow.
In leadership. And action-centered leadership looks at the task, the team, and the individual, and the balance that we create, and where should the leader be in all of that, and the understanding the leader has to dip into the task sometimes because the team don't understand how they need to achieve it, or into the team because there's some kind of team conflict going on there that they need to resolve, or the individual, how does the individual grow and develop, and is that constant oscillation of task, team, and individual.
Listen, I'm listening to you, and I'm thinking of the engine of a car, and you can't pick up the fan belt and put it across there. So it's very much like that. And why do we not do it there? But when it comes to dealing with humans, we do it like that. Right. We must understand what person's strong points are, where they would fit best to make the whole thing run smoothly. And I'm just seeing the engine of a car, and wow.
Yeah. It's amazing, and fortunately, I've had amazing results. You can see people who have grown and developed.
I love this.
Fantastic.
Listen, time has already run out on us, so I'm going to open up. Yes, I'm going to open up the opportunity for you to, there's a lot of people listening daily on this show, and you know what, a lot is happening around us. what you're bringing to the table is really advanced, and I think it's only a matter of time. I think if we're really serious about productivity, we're serious about growth and progression, I think we eventually will have to get to a point where this is going to be the natural and normal mode of operation when we're dealing with people in companies, in life, in anything. So I think you're ahead of us there a few notches, but I think it's only a matter of time we will catch on and realize how vital, what it is that you're offering is to existence. But I'm going to open up the floor and the mic for you. If there's anything you'd like to leave with my viewers and listeners, along the line of motivation, inspiration, you can.
Okay, all right. I mean, what can you have to invest in yourself. If you don't, no one else will. So make sure that you understand who you are, where you want to go, why you want to go. The first thing is understand, why do I want to do what I'm doing? Yeah. Why is it? Why does it matter? All right? And if it matters to you, then that is how we build. If it doesn't matter, then we're going nowhere. So understanding what matters to you and then actually growing and developing. Use whatever resources you have at your disposal to develop self. Develop self. It is vital. Absolutely. Develop self. All right. Nobody's going to do it for you. Absolutely. Nobody cares about you but you. You have to care about yourself before anybody will care about you.
Wonderful.
So those are my parting thoughts. So
and finally, if persons, because there might be a lot of people listening now, who's, they're getting the little bulb doing, hey, we need this lady. Yeah. Where can they find you?
Well, my email address is barbara@clarityinleadership.com. And my phone number locally is 758-725-2225.
Very well.
No, that's not it at all.
That's not it. Let me look for it on here for you.
No, sorry. I'm mixing the two numbers up.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah. So it's 758 725 5529.
Right. There you go.
Okay.
Definitely.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. That's okay. Listen, it's not set in stone. 725 5529. No,
right,
that's
yes,
it.
5529.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you again so much.
Well,
You're such a fresh air, on us this morning. This was a beautiful conversation, wonderful insight. Definitely eye openers all over this morning, and it got me thinking really differently.
Right.
And I appreciate that.
Wonderful.
And I'm sure it happened for my listeners as well. So thank you so much again.
Great to be here. Great to be here, and thank you yourself. Thank you so much for having
Wonderful.
me. Okay.
So guys, that's our show for today. Obviously, we look forward to next week. We'll have another another woman who's going to be here again, sharing her journey and expertise with us, and we definitely are so grateful when they say yes. So that's our show. That is also my time in your company for today. I'll be back again, God's willing. I'll be back again, God's willing, tomorrow from 6 in the morning. Stay tuned for Giggles. I call him Giggles. So Giggles and Beats, they're going to be coming up next. So stay locked on.